So let's talk about something that's been on a lot of minds lately. The question of whether you can give birth vaginally after having a C-section. This is a big topic, and it's one that deserves a deep dive because, let's face it, childbirth is a huge deal, and every woman deserves to feel informed about her options. First off, let's break down what a C-section is. A cesarean section is a surgical procedure where the baby is delivered through an incision in the mother's abdomen and uterus. It's often done for various reasons, like if the baby is in distress, if there are complications, or even if the baby is positioned in a way that makes vaginal delivery risky. Now, if you've had a C-section before, you might be wondering if that means you're forever locked into the surgical route for future births. The answer is, not necessarily. Many women who have had a C-section go on to have successful vaginal births afterward, and this is something called VBAC, vaginal birth after cesarean. It's becoming more common, and many healthcare providers are supportive of it. But here's the catch. It's not for everyone. There are several factors that come into play, and it's crucial to discuss these with your doctor. One of the primary considerations is the type of incision that was made during your C-section. There are different types, and the most common one, a low transverse incision, is often the safest for a VBAC. If your incision was vertical, or if there were complications during your previous C-section, your doctor might advise against attempting a vaginal delivery. This is because there's a risk of uterine rupture, which, while rare, can be very serious. Another thing to think about is how much time has passed since your last C-section. Most guidelines suggest waiting at least 18 to 24 months before trying for a VBAC. This allows your body to heal properly and reduces the risk of complications. And let's not forget about the emotional aspect. If you had a traumatic experience with your previous birth, it's totally valid to want to try for a different experience this time around. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I just really want to avoid another surgery? That's completely understandable. Many women feel a strong desire to experience a vaginal birth, and it can be a beautiful and empowering experience. There's something about the feeling of your body doing what it's designed to do, and many women find that deeply fulfilling. But here's the reality. It's essential to keep an open line of communication with your healthcare provider. They can help you weigh the pros and cons based on your individual situation. And if you're considering a VBAC, make sure you're doing it with a supportive team that understands your wishes and is prepared for any eventualities. It's also worth mentioning that there are some hospitals and birthing centers that specialize in VBACs. So if that's something you're interested in, do your research. Find a place where you feel safe and supported, because that's going to make all the difference in your experience. At the end of the day, whether you choose to go for a VBAC or opt for another C-section, it's your choice. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's all about what feels best for you and your baby. So, educate yourself, talk to your doctor, and trust your instincts. Childbirth is a journey, and every journey is unique. You've got this.